I'd like to call to order the Plan Commission meeting for October 3rd, 2023 at 6 o'clock p.m. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Attendance roll call.
Commissioner Graff. Here. Commissioner Oliver.
Here.
Alderman Kubacki.
Here.
Commissioner Gazan is absent. Commissioner Buckmaster is absent. Commissioner Bartlett.
Here.
Mayor Pafelsky.
Present.
And I'm in here for Planner Chizbatowski.
Thank you. We do have a quorum. Statement of public notice.
The agenda was posted and distributed to all news media requesting notification in accordance with the open meeting laws on Friday, September 29th.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from September 12th, 2023.
Move to approve. Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That passes unanimously. New business for consideration, Resolution PC 054-2023, approval of a one-lot certified survey map for the Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources on the Lisa Leonard Heck property located at South 87 West 13205 Prego Drive, tax key number 2254999.007.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Discussion. Aaron?
Okay, this petition came about. The Wisconsin DNR is, on behalf of Lisa Leonard Heck, is submitted a 10-acre certified survey map splitting off 10 acres off of a 40-acre property. The DNR is seeking to purchase the 30-acre property and keep that property into a conservation and wetland preservation area. The bulk of the requirements for the code, bulk requirements are met. However, the code allows one head of livestock for every 40,000 square feet of area. With 10 acres of land, they'd be allowed 10 horses. Currently, there's 34 horses on the property, so they're looking for a waiver for the additional horses for 10 to 15 years, at which point they would become in compliance. The petitioner has stated that these horses are retired. They can't be ridden. They can't even be given away. Just because any rescue doesn't want these things, they can't rehab them and sell them or move them on. So these horses would be there until they pass, and at which time no additional horses would be allowed on the farm. Additionally, we found out this morning that the code, as we're all aware, allows 2% of the property to be used for accessory structures. Currently, the farm contains 20,963 square feet of outbuildings, which is fine for a 40-acre parcel, but when it comes down to a 10-acre parcel, they would only be allowed 8,712 square feet of accessory structures, which is, right now, they'd be at 4.8% of the lot, so they're exceeding the 2%. However, the DNR is asking for a waiver for this also, for a period not to exceed the 15 years when the number of horses decline to what's allowed by code. And then additionally, because the horses are reduced, the number of outbuildings and accessory structures would also be reduced at the same time. Again, along with the horses, not being no new horses, additional horses, or replacement horses, the same would hold true with a waiver to that 2% limit. There'd be no new buildings, no additions to the buildings, no replacement buildings. And the waiver is different from others in that this is the purchase is by the DNR for conservation space. It'll never be developed, the 30 acres adjacent to this. So it'll always be open space, public open space from the DNR. So that's the basis for the waiver as we saw it. Other than that, like I said, all the bulk requirements are met by the code, and so we are recommending approval.
So what we're asking for on this is essentially to consider the full existing property for to allow for the additional horses and the outbuildings, because the only reason it's the only way to facilitate the sale was to allow that 10-acre parcel to still be lived in and used for these horses to meet their final resting place in a humane way over time. So for that to work, it's not like other areas where, we have one that's sitting on our docket right now where they've subdivided all their land. All those properties around it by right can also put up buildings. This one will not have any additional property. So essentially, you're not going to see anything more there in the future than what you see now, and actually you will eventually see less. So that's the thought behind it.
So just a quick clarification, you said you're 4.8% over the building structures now on the
They're at
property.
4.8% with the building structures.
So if any of those buildings have to be demolished, they cannot rebuild or.
Correct.
They go away.
Correct.
Perfect.
Same with the horses. If one of the horses were to expire, or as they expire, she's not allowed to bring in additional horses.
And they don't foresee an issue with coming in compliance with the, was it 2.8 or whatever it was?
Well,
Eventually, at 10 years.
eventually, no.
They don't see any issues with, I saw one larger building and then there's a bunch of other
That's the biggest issue.
And then there are a bunch
is
of
the
other
horse
smaller buildings.
Correct.
So their ability to come in compliance shouldn't be at
No.
risk? Okay.
Any other questions? The only thing I should clarify is the city's one of the purchaser on this as well. We're co-buying it with the DNR.
So do we earmark 10 years from now to do an audit, or do we just assume?
I think it's actually 15.
50.
Yeah, I believe 15's written in.
Life expectancy.
That's a.
Go to Forest, I want to pick me up.
That's exactly what I thought too.
It is flagged.
If it hits a docket, then I'm not dealing.
It would be flagged in a file at least for the part as far as any building permits or anything else if someone
Okay.
came forward.
Okay,
Sure.
thank you.
One more thing that I failed to mention, if there's a sale of the property also, these waivers
Got it.
do not continue with the land, it's with the owner.
And this property cannot be resold back to the private sector?
The DNR one, no, that's part of the Knowles something grant.
Yeah. So much purchases every year.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And one of the reasons we purchased this, for one, it's a very developable land. So if we don't buy it, very well could turn into another subdivision, but it's adjacent to 100, how many acres at the DNR? Do you know?
A lot.
Yeah, almost.
Both to the north and the south.
Yeah, there's a very large amount of DNR conservation land that this abuts to, which is a perfect addition to it.
Too. Okay.
Any other questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Resolution PC 055-2023, approval of building site and operation plan for royal recognition located at South 83 West 19105 Saturn Drive, tax key number 2228.999.008.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Aaron?
As we're aware, earlier this year, royal recognition came in for our building site and operation plan amendment to add, put an addition on their building. And at that time, I guess it's easier to show with the pictures here. At the time, it was marked, it was noted in the resolution that the entire building, including the existing blue metal wall paneling, would be painted to match the rest of the building, those accent stripes, and then the accent pieces over the addition. Now, after further discussion with the petitioner, it was found out that the metal gable end here, the metal paneling, was never intended to be painted to match. In closer looks at the photo, it also looks like it doesn't match. So they're asking to change the paint colors of the remainder of the building to a lighter gray and then a darker gray with a blue tint, that you can see on this picture. So there's a lighter gray, the accent horizontal stripe would be painted the darker gray, and then the metal wall paneling is shown on here as gray, but that would be the blue color down here. I guess that's, so they're asking to change the paint colors of the walls to the light gray and the darker gray, but keeping the blue of the metal panels. The second modification to the original resolution was for the garage doors. Originally, or typically, the garage doors have to match the exterior color, the color of the exterior of the building. In this case, we thought that because all the existing overhead doors were white, that the new overhead door on the addition would also be white to match the other doors. The petitioner is also requesting the ability to change that to all black doors to go along with the new color scheme of the light gray and the dark gray with the blue metal panels. The resolution's written so that they can either be white or black, but they can't be some white, some black. They all have to be consistent, whatever color that is. In the following picture, you can see the remainder of the building, which would show the blue panel on the north side, the west side, and then the east side is that gable, and then there's a little alcove right here that would also have the blue paneling. Otherwise, the remainder of the building would be painted, the masonry part of the building would be painted the light gray and it's dark gray. We are recommending approval based on the fact that these are accent colors, and then the Plan Commission has to discuss what they think about the black or white overhead garage doors.
I like the whole paint scheme. I think it looks pretty sharp.
So it's going to look like the photo that you have up on the screen now?
It'll look like this, except this gable on the east side of the building would be blue.
Okay.
It'll be this blue. And then from the other directions, the metal paneling still won't be touched. So it'll be the north side of the building, the west side of the building. Then the addition would cover most of this. Right here, it's just a little alcove right here that would still remain the blue color. But otherwise, the paint scheme is on being the light gray and the dark gray.
And the side that's left is abutting to our public works yard, so. I'm sure Ryan and those guys don't care. Any input?
Just on the overhead door colors, again, the choice of white or black, and that's their choice, not ours.
Well,
They all have to be one of the two colors.
right. Right now, it's written that they all have to be white. They're requesting the ability to change them to all black if
Okay.
the owner wants that.
And we can allow that within the ordinance.
Yes.
Okay.
Jeremy, any feedback?
No, I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
so the direction is they don't care, you don't care if they do all black?
As
or
long as
white?
it's all one color, keeping the
I mean,
continuity.
yeah, all black looks sharp.
I would think the black would be the best, and keep the continuity of the property.
You want to add?
No, Eric Newman, Impact General, just wanted to comment that we apologize that, because the three original colors, there were three original colors, not two. They never really matched, and that there was some confusion, and we should have corrected the terminology when I got the first report from Adam, and I didn't catch that, so I apologize for coming back tonight to do this. But beyond that, the building, the metal panel will stay the color it is. There's two little man doors on the back that are going to come pre-finished fiberglass, and we prefer not to paint them, but they will match the gray. So, because I know you have some specific codes about like bollards have to be the same color and doors. And in this case, we don't want to paint a pre-finished product if we can help it. So if it looks bad, the calls are going to ask us to make it match. If not, we'll put those two doors that you won't even see the color of the fiberglass.
All right. This doesn't match your car anymore.
Which one? Yeah, the one on the parking lot? Yeah.
All right, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes unanimously. Any miscellaneous business? Hearing none, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So move.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
Wow.